Hello, welcome to everybody who is watching this video right now. Everybody who's watching probably knows me. I've probably sent this video to you, so hello, I miss you all so much. But I keep telling you that I'll keep you guys updated on my life, and I continuously don't do that. We all know how bad I am. Ask Kyla. Hi Kyla, I'm very sorry I never keep you updated. Anyways, because I have now moved to England and I'm doing so many exciting things in my life and I'm traveling a ton, I figure I really should document it for all of my friends back home because I miss you. And I just can't keep you guys all updated. I'm the worst at it at the best of times. So here we are, trying to update you in real time. But also, I just think it'd be so cool to like look back and have all of this documented and being like, oh yeah, remember that time I went to Ireland and hung out with my sister and like checked out the cliffs? Like, that's so fun, right? So anyways, welcome to the Ireland vlog. Without further ado, let's get right on into it.
This is unreal.
So because I'm like the most type B person to ever exist, I did not pack until the morning of. I did have to leave at about 8:30 in the morning. So I woke up, scrambled around, found what I could. I was only going for 2 days, so like it really wasn't that big of a deal that I had everything. There was also a tube strike happening while I was there. It's actually still going on, but the tube strike was happening. I don't normally use public transport anyways because I have a motorcycle over here. So I just said like, I'm stressed. I don't want to miss any of my connections. I also had to take like a tube, a bus, a train. Like I had to do all of them. And I was like, if I miss any of my connections, or heaven forbid, all of my connections, I'm going to get there super duper early. And I figured I would miss a connection because I'm really bad at public transport. So anyways, I got up really early. I set off and I was like predicting that I was probably going to get there like 2.5 hours early for my flight because like I said, I was gonna miss something, I was sure, and the tube strikes were gonna delay me, hold me up, and who knows what the airport situation was gonna be like. I didn't think it was gonna be crazy because it was like a Tuesday or something that I went, but anyways, I got up, packed my bag, and headed off to the airport. I was late because I hadn't finished my coffee by the time that I was leaving, so I didn't want to just like not drink my coffee because it was like I made it to perfection. Okay, you can't just leave a coffee like that. So anyways, I had to find a way. I don't have a to-go mug. I also didn't want to bring like a non-disposable travel mug. So I was like looking around my room and I had like an old Dr. Pepper bottle and it had like half of it left, so I just dumped it out, like rinsed it out a little bit and like poured my coffee into that. But I did that like 5 to 10 minutes after I was already supposed to leave. So I had to run to go get my train just because I wanted this coffee. And you know what? I stand by that because I got there on time. I got there so early, which I'll talk about a little bit in this next little clip that I recorded at the airport. But I didn't miss any of my connections and I got there relatively without a hitch. So like honestly, major slag, good on me.
Anyways, I'm here like 4 hours early and I've never been to the airport earlier than like an hour. So now I'm just gonna sit here for 4 hours, probably scroll on TikTok and get really excited for my flight. Yeah, should be pretty good. I'll probably end up charging my phone somewhere just because it probably will die, and I know that on Ryanair flights there's nowhere to charge it. I do have my portable charger, but I'd rather not kill that battery now already. So
because I was there so early, I did need to eat some snacks. So I just had like some satsuma, which basically anybody from back home in Canada, it's basically a mandarin orange. So I had a mandarin orange and some goldfish that I brought back from Canada when I went in March. Of course we had to have a little pre-plane pee. And then this was my little airport fit check. I was just wearing some comfy leggings, a super oversized hoodie because again, only going for 2 days. I was gonna wear these clothes today and when I was on my way home. I know some people like to go like super cute and like fun when they're on the plane, I don't care. It was an hour flight. I want to be as comfy as possible, just some runners, and my hair was done pretty much like this, just with some little clips, but that was really it. Next clips are really just like in the airport, on the plane, and then I had like a 3-hour bus ride to Galway. So I landed in Dublin and then drove all the way to Galway, and honestly I didn't look at the road too much. I was just like head down, watch some TikToks, whatever, but I did look up enough times to see like the countryside go by, and like Ireland really is such a beautiful country. My sister was already in Galway by the time that I had landed. She got there earlier that day or the day before, I can't really remember, it doesn't really matter. She was already there, and so I was meeting her. I got off the bus and then I had to like walk like 10 minutes to meet up with her. She was just at a restaurant. She was there with a couple of her friends. So I was meeting her and her friends. The 4 of us were going to travel around. So I met her down this really cute little street. She was getting some fish and chips with her friends. And I have not seen my sister in a really long time. I don't know how long it was to be exact, but like we've only seen each other a handful of times in the last 5 to 7 years. We're just like different parts of the world, different parts of the country when we are in the same country. So it was nice to see her, but you know that I immediately started roasting her the second I saw this woman still on an iPhone 8. Girl has a home button.
You got a home button. Says the girl with the digital camera.
My digital camera is so cool, thank you very much. I was like feeling a little bit peckish, so I had some fish and chips for dinner as well, because they said it was like the best in Galway, and honestly, it was great fish and chips. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend. After fish and chips, we were kind of on the hunt for like a great little bar, pub to go watch some live music, because that is like the #1 thing I love about Ireland. I've been there 3 different times, and every single time I'm so obsessed with all the live music that's playing. It's so good.
And I bought one and then they were like, okay, yeah, I have a couple.
And they're all so talented. I just love them all so much. There was one guy, he was my favorite. I saw him like 3 different times. He like wore this like fun little orange cap and like just played great music, and like just his voice was so unique. I loved it. You're my wonderful. Said maybe gonna be the one that saves me. We ended up picking this one pub bar, I don't even know what, pub bar, whatever. The Keys, is that how you pronounce it? Anyways, we ended up there because they had a couple different bands playing throughout the night. We didn't stay too long, but we had a great time while we were there. We were all so exhausted. Like, my sister came from Canada, so she was super jet lagged and had just flown like 2 days prior. Her friends had come from Germany who weren't like super exhausted because the time change isn't crazy, but it's still travel, right? And they'd been here for like 2 days and whatever. And like, I was exhausted because I had like I think it was like a 12-hour travel day, basically, from start to finish. Like, when I woke up, having not had packed my bags, and then traveled all the way to the airport, sat in the airport for 4 hours, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. You actually just watched this whole vlog. So anyways, it was like 8 p.m., ended up in the Keys, that's what I'm calling it. And we stayed there until probably like 11, and then at that point, we went home or back to the hostel, and then we went to bed. next day was the day that we were going to the cliffs. So we got up really early, and the hostel does like a breakfast from 7 till 10. And it was actually so good. So we got up early enough for that to go eat the breakfast. And I didn't have the bread, but my sister said it was so good. I ended up just having the flapjack, which honestly tasted like sugar, which is exactly how I like my breakfast. But I also I brought an apple, like I took one for the trip, and then I also had the pears that were there. And yeah, honestly, it was so fresh and so tasty. So great start to the morning.
Some morning brekkie, some flapjacks.
Then from our hostel, we took like I think it was like a 2.5 to 3 hour bus ride up to the cliffs. And we could have done the shorter route, but we chose to do the scenic route just because it cost the same. It was gonna be a little bit more beautiful, and like, why not? We had nowhere to be. We took the scenic route.
Having a great time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit car sick, I'm not gonna lie. But it really is beautiful, honestly. Very nice. We keep getting stuck though. All these cars coming in the opposite direction. The road is so narrow that we just can't get through. But anyways, look at how beautiful this is. Love. And my sister and I just chatted the whole time about all kinds of different things. And at one point we were discussing like relationship statuses and like her relationship and my relationship status. I'm single and she's taken. So this is what she said to me. So we're discussing my love life right now. And I'm telling her that she needs to set me up with somebody. And this is what she said.
I said I would offer to set you up with my clients, but I don't think you'd want any of those.
She's literally becoming a lawyer for criminals. And who? Divorced
Yeah,
people?
family law. So divorcees and criminals. And I don't think you want any of those.
You're right. You can keep those ones. Thanks for the offer, though. Why didn't this girl think, oh, Shay, I'll set you up with one of my hot lawyer co-workers? Why would you think clients, like the divorced and the criminals? Girl, you have hot men lawyers in suits that are rich at your disposal. Set me up with those ones. Finally, it was time to see the cliffs. I didn't realize how excited my sister was to see these cliffs. Like, this was the whole reason she came to Galway. And so she was like super, super excited, as you can see in these next few clips. Sierra, tell me how excited for the cliffs you are.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Oh, look, the sun's coming out.
So which one?
Wait, this is beautiful.
I done it right.
You would.
And yeah, nice day we got.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so your live reaction.
I could cry. I'm so excited. This is unreal.
It's beautiful. Like, I don't even think this is doing it justice.
No way.
Bullshit.
Wow.
Who knew Ireland in April was the time to do it?
And naturally, because it is Ireland, of course, there was somebody playing music while we were there. And of course, because we're sisters, there's always a little bit of like bullying everywhere we go. You're just so recordable.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Oh my. That was Rumpelstiltskin-esque.
Yep, it's a good time.
It's like a button, Sierra.
Wait, how?
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
Jeez.
Just call me Unc.
And then these next few clips are just a few more clips that I took while we were kind of exploring and going on the whole walk. It was quite long. I don't remember how many steps we did, but it was a lot. The excitement of sheep.
I'm excited about sheep. I think I'm so more. It's the most Irish thing I've experienced this whole trip.
Oh, we're recording. My bad.
Nice.
I did it to myself. You know when someone else does it to you and you're like, ah, I'm recording, it's not a photo. Just do it to myself. What are we doing? People are gonna think we're Americans. We actually are Americans. This is giving white people. After a very long day of walking, some dogs were out. It was not so nice to see them. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Put your feet away. What are we doing here? But after a very long time, of walking. We then get our bus back. But like I said, on the way up, I was getting quite car sick. Like I get a little nauseous on long drives, and it's not normally bad, but I also just started my period the same day. So I was like, so I was dying in the back. I ended up just like taking a nap in the very back of the bus because it was like a really quiet bus. Like there was not a lot of people, and it was so bumpy that I was like every 3 seconds. I wasn't actually gonna vomit, but I just get like a wicked headache, and yeah, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but I know I'm not. After we got back from the cliffs, we all really wanted something very like traditional Irish for dinner, because that's just what you do in those countries. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a different country, you don't eat a burger and fries in Portugal. You're just not gonna do that. So when you're in Ireland, you're gonna eat something Irish. So I ended up having the shepherd's pie, but with beef, which I think is technically a cottage pie, they call it. However, they had it labeled as a shepherd's pie on the menu, and then my sister had like a traditional Irish stew, and it had lamb, and both of them were like quite good. My sister's was like so good. Like I wish I had ordered hers, but mine was delicious, so like I enjoyed that. It was at this place called Finnegan's. It was really cute. And then of course after dinner we did my favorite Irish activity. We found this really cute little pub that was playing like a trad session, and it was this girl playing the violin and this guy playing the guitar together, and it was just like, they were so good. It was so good. And while we were in this pub as well, this lady was like celebrating her marriage. So like everybody was dancing and just like having a really good time. We ended up sitting outside because it was just like such a beautiful day that we were just chatting, and again, we were tired. We weren't really up in like a big old dancing type mood, but we wanted to like enjoy the atmosphere and feel the music. So that's what we ended up doing for that night. I also had to find me some ice cream because I love ice cream. The next morning, which was my last morning there, we were gonna go on a walking tour. So we got up early again, had some breakfast in the hostel. And then I had seen the day before this little shop that does like bagels and coffee, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get like a bagel tomorrow morning. Like that sounds delicious. So we ended up in this market, and it was selling clothes and pictures and food and just like local vendors. So that was super, super fun and super nice. And of course, it was playing live music. So we sat there and ate some bagels. And had some coffee and just kind of waited for our walking tour to start, which was gonna start at 11. And let me tell you, this bagel was so delicious. Like watching this video back, I'm like, man, I just love bagels. Like I wish I could eat that again. It was such a beautiful day. It was like 20 degrees, I think it was, but like with some wind. So genuinely I could have been in shorts, but I ended up just in like a t-shirt for most of the day. So then we go on this walking tour, and our guy was so fun. The guy that was doing our walking tour, what was his name was Jerry. He was so good and so insightful, and like he was telling us all these amazing history facts, and like he just really knew his stuff, and you could tell he just really liked his job. So it was just fun to be around, and yeah, we met some cool people on it. There were some people from New Zealand that were there, and they were really fun because they were really outgoing, and some girls from England were there. I'm not sure which part. I actually didn't end up speaking to them, but yeah, they were like dressed super cute, so we were admiring their outfits. And then there was actually some people from Vancouver, which was pretty neat to see. But we opened this walking tour with this guy saying, okay, we've got a big group, but I'd really like us all to be friends. So like everybody like state your name and your favorite dog breed. So we go around this circle, and I was like, oh man, I don't like dogs. Like how do I answer this? So I was like, oh, I'll be funny. And I'll say my favorite dog is a hot dog. And then we get to like the fourth person, and this guy says, hi, my name is blah, 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 and my favorite dog is a hot dog. And I was like, oh, brutal. So then I was like, well, I'll just, I'll say like, hi, my name is Shay, and this guy over here stole my line. My favorite dog is a hot dog. And then, we kind of be funny because only the second person to say it. And we get like 2 more people after this guy. And this other guy goes, hi, my name is so-and-so, and my line was the hot dog line. And I was like, I can't say that for a 3rd time. It's just simply not funny the 3rd time. So we get to me and I was like, I still don't even know what to say. So I ended up just being like, hi, my name is Shay, and I've realized that I'm very unoriginal because my favorite dog is also a hot dog. People did laugh, so like that was a little bit redeeming, but I was like, bruh. This other I could have said what this other lady said. She was really funny. She was this like older lady, and she said, oh, my name is so-and-so, and my favorite dog is the one that's farthest away from me. And I was like, oh, brilliant, brilliant. I wish I said that, but I digress. The walking tour was super fun, and he told us about the Claddagh family, which is this famous family. They were the first ones to start the Claddagh rings, which is like a heart, a crown, and a hand. He gave us like a full detail of it, and he told us all these things about like you can't buy it for yourself, and like it's got this really beautiful backstory. But anyways, my sister had come to Ireland. She was like, I'd really like one of those. Like that's kind of like the thing that like I would want. Like she's not a big souvenir person, and I'm not either, but she was like, yeah, that's like that would be something that I would get. And like this whole time we're doing the walking tour, I was like, he told us at the very end, but I was like, oh, I'll get her one, because like you can't buy it for yourself, and like it's really cute. It's something that she wants, like just something sweet, whatever. And then after the walking tour, we walked into the shop, like the first place to ever do it. Like they're the true Claddagh rings. And I was like trying to figure out a way to like, 1, figure out her sizing so I could get it for her without her knowing. And like 2, do it so inconspicuously that she didn't figure it out. But I ended up like, I was like, oh, I have to try one on, because like it'd be weird to like lead her in here if, you know, we didn't. So we started trying them on. And then you could like, I could tell that she was like really itching, and she was like, I just really want, like, you could just tell that she wanted one. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna tell her. I was like, okay, well, like, I was gonna get you one, but like, I have to tell you now because there's no way for me to do this inconspicuously. But I had tried them on and I thought they were so cute too. She's like, well, let's just buy them together. And so now we've got matching cute little Claddagh rings. I don't know if you can see that. Look how adorable. So I ended up, yeah, buying her one. She bought me one, and I love it. I'm not really a silver person, but I thought they were cute. Now we have matching little Claddagh rings, and like the story itself was really cute. And again, like you're not supposed to buy them for yourselves. So we bought them for each other, and yeah, now we both have like matching little Claddagh rings, and like they are fun souvenirs. Like instead of getting something that you'll never wear or never use or never look at again. So yeah, we got those.
You have to first go on your knees for that.
How cute! And a ring for you.
There's also this thing in Ireland, I don't know if they're anywhere else, but like my good friend who's Irish, she tells me all the time on her net, she's like, I just want a spice bag, I want a spice bag. I'm like, girl, I don't know what a spice bag is. We got told about these spice bags as well on this walking tour, and it's basically just like chicken strips, chicken nugget type things, and fries with like certain spices on them. And so we thought, well, why don't we get a spice bag while we're just kind of chilling, because I had to leave at a certain time to catch my bus, and then they were also catching a bus to go to Dublin after. So we're like, oh, we'll just chill in a pub, listen to some music, and they'll get a spice bag, I'll take a bite. So I'm not like a huge spice person, I didn't really care, it looked a little bit greasy for me. So they got a spice bag, and yeah, it was really, really good. So these are like, I took some videos of us like taste testing our little spice bags. Spice bag review test, taste test. Good?
That's so good.
Rating out of 10.
Like a 9.
Okay, slay.
Salty,
Okay.
delicious.
Perfect, love that. Thank you so much.
You have to try it.
Okay. Okay. I don't want. Give it like a small fry. Yeah, there we go. Take spice bag review taste test. Wait, that's incredible.
I'm so happy. That did not disappoint at all.
I think it would be too spicy for me if I ate the whole thing, but it's really good. Honestly, I would also go 9 out of 10. I like the saltiness of it, actually. And then, yeah, after the spice bag, we wandered around and we went, I love a charity shop. I love a charity shop. So we ended up going into a few different charity shops, and I had gone into one earlier in the day when my sister wasn't there, and I had found like some really nice like work pants, some workwear outfits, and she's a lawyer, or going to be, so she needs some like good like quality and good fitting clothing, and she doesn't really want to pay like an exorbitant amount of money. So I found these pants. I was like, oh my god, Sarah, you have to come back to this thrift store later so that you can try these pants on or see if there's anything you like, because honestly, like if you're gonna go home and spend $80-90 on a pair of pants that, like, sure, they fit fine, but like, do you want to pay that much for them? Plus they're gonna be crap quality, I'll bet you anything. So we go back to the thrift store and she finds the most perfectly fitting pair of pants. I was like, yes, love it. They looked so good, and they were on for, I think she got them for like 14 pounds. So with the conversion, she paid like 20 bucks for them, which was incredible. And then we ended up back at the market that we hadn't like super explored at the beginning of the day, because we were just like eating our breakfast and drinking our coffees before the walking tour. And we go around to all these different shops, and my sister loves a jacket. She loves a jacket. So she goes, and we're looking at this one shop, and she sees this like beautiful brown leather jacket, and we're like, oh my god, it's so pretty, Sierra, you have to try it on. You have to. So she tries this brown jacket on, and it fits perfectly. Like, could not fit any better. It's stunning. It's like perfect. Nothing could be better on it. And we're like, oh, this girl, like, she has to buy this jacket, but this is gonna be like, this is gonna take a chunk out of her bank account, surely. All the other jackets were like 60 pounds, so we're like, it's probably gonna be in that ballpark as well, which to her would probably be $100. So like a relatively expensive jacket. Like, it's not something cheap, it's not a thrift find, whatever, but like it fits so good, like she would do it anyways. So it didn't have a tag on it, and so we go up and we ask the guy, we're like, hey, like, how much is like this gonna cost? And he said, oh, I'm pretty sure that one's 40 pounds, but I'll give it to you for 30. And she was like, done, take my money, here you go, take it, I'm running away now. So she like throws the money at the guy. She doesn't actually, she just like, they're like, here's the money, I'm good. And we're like, let's get out of here before he like realizes he's made a mistake or something. And I was so happy she found them, because like when other people find like really good thrift finds and like steals and bargains when they're like around me, because I'm such an avid thrifter over here, I like, it's so exciting. It is just as exciting for them to find something cool as it is for me to find something cool. So I was really happy she got that, and hopefully it fit in her suitcase on the way home. I think she's flying out today as I'm recording this. So yeah, that was kind of my trip. And after that, I ended up taking the 3-hour bus ride back, which was also really beautiful. And then I got to the airport. And I went home, and now here I am. Oh, also, my sister's friend who was with us on the trip, she is like a really great artist. And so we had taken some pictures of the cliffs, obviously. And she had this little like sketchbook and like watercolor paints that is in like their postcards, but like you can like draw your own postcards, right? So she ended up drawing me this like really cute like cliffs postcard, and she gave it to me, and like she painted it herself like all right there. So she gave it to me on the last day, and I just think it's beautiful. And again, like one of those really fun souvenirs that like are great, that like they're relevant to the country that you've been to, but not like useless. Like I think it's so cute. So anyways, that was my Ireland trip. Thank you so much for watching. If you did watch that whole thing, I'm sure I rambled, but until the next one, I don't know when that is.